I read this thing that Joe Biden, what he's doing is, one of his reelection hopes is making sure that he's able to paint the Trump presidency as nothing short of horrific. So I read that and I was like, was the Trump presidency, was it really that goddamn bad? So I started to look at things because as I'm going through the Biden presidency, really the only thing that sticks in my mind is that it's become normalized for children to have body parts cut off so that they can satisfy their gender virtue signaling parents. That's what I see, and it's kind of interesting because, and we'll talk about that on another show, but the Council of Pediatricians of the United States, they actually came out the other day and said, hey, that bullshit needs to stop. We need to stop with the gender reassignment surgeries on minors.
Especially
and the reason,
at such a young age.
Especially at such a young age. Because, and I make this point too on another Twitter feed, but children, especially males, the male brain does not fully form until the early 20s. So they're not able to make a fully rational decision until that point. So if you know that, and that's scientific, that's a fucking fact. If you know that, why are you allowing a child that's not able to make a fully rational decision? Why are you allowing that child to undergo a surgery as a minor? There's something really wrong with that. And I don't agree with that. I absolutely do not. I understand that some children, they're going to be depressed, everything else, but still it should be waited upon until they're able to make that fully rational decision. That's just my opinion. But that's what I remember about the Biden presidency so far, along with males beating the dog shit out of females in women's sports. That's my two takeaways on the Biden presidency. So what I did is I went and I started to look at, okay, what was better about the Trump presidency instead of the Biden presidency? And I came up with a list of stuff. Oddly enough, there's shit you can Google out there to find out what was better. For example, groceries under Trump, 22.4% cheaper. The average gas price, $2.57 a gallon. Inflation under Trump never exceeded 2.4%. Under Biden, 8%. Under Trump, wage growth exceeded inflation. That is not the case under Mr. Biden. Meth coming across the Mexican border was effectively shut down under Trump. Under Biden, not so fucking much. Trump seeks to hold the NATO countries financially accountable. Meanwhile, Mr. Biden has us on the cusp of World War III. Does anyone want to even talk about the U.S. border and immigration problem? Probably not. Trump supports crypto. Biden puts a 45% tax on crypto. Handling of COVID. Do you even want to talk about that bullshit? I think not. Interest rates far lower under Trump. People had a better chance of achieving home ownership under Trump. Unemployment for women under Trump hit a 70-year low. 7 million Americans were lifted off of food stamps under Trump. Poverty rates for African Americans and Hispanic Americans reached record lows under Trump. Income inequality fell for 2 straight years under Trump. Trump made it easier to prosecute financial crimes. Trump instituted tax cuts which did not benefit him politically. Trump was responsible for rallying the world against 5G China domination. Trump gave billions of dollars to farmers, and it just keeps going more and more and more and more. So the reason I say that is Biden's plan of painting the Trump presidency as highly negative, I'm not quite sure that's going to work. I'm really not. You can argue that the Biden economy is better than Trump's as much as you want to, but the truth of the matter is a majority of Americans feel that Trump is much better at handling the economy than Joe Biden is.